So let's head back over to meteorologist Colleen Campbell for the latest details on what we saw tonight and what is still ahead. Colleen?
Yeah, a lot of rain dumped on top of our region tonight. And on the bigger picture here, you'll see on the back side of this front, we still have a little bit of leftover moisture that needs to move through. So yes, things are quieting down, calming down, but we still have some heavier downpours trapped across the southern area of the state. And we're waiting for the rest of this moisture left over to pass through. And some of that could impact your morning commutes. I would leave just a little extra time if you're somebody that has to get out on the road early tomorrow morning, or if you have family. It won't be anything compared to what we saw for today, but again, it's not going to be completely dry either. So just be aware for that early morning rush hour. It's very important. Satellite and radar here. Again, we are waiting for most of this to dry up. Things have started to slow down for areas north of I-4 especially, but look at this down south, areas south of Tampa. Step out of the way so you can see Polk County, DeSoto County, Hardee County, Highlands County still seeing moderate rain. In fact, if I take a nice zoom in here right around US 17, they are still experiencing some lightning with these storms. This is all pushing off to the east towards the Lake Placid area. So those folks watching over from that way, you have a nice downpour coming on your doorstep soon. This is heading toward Hickory Branch Road for anybody that's curious. And then moving off to the west here, also southwest Florida, my friends down there, they are experiencing some stormy weather as well as it crosses over I-75, making a line for Bonita Springs, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, all getting all that wet weather that we had earlier today. Now for tomorrow, yes, we will have some rain, definitely slower than what we had this throughout this afternoon and this evening and tonight, but it will still be out there. Roads will be wet and it's a Monday, so everybody's trying to get their week started on the right foot. That weather impact alert goes until 9 a.m. Now, Courtney Jacobozzi, she may just trim this back. We're going to see how it goes tomorrow morning, but it's always better to have a heads up, right? Instead of us not telling you about it all, we're just giving you kind of a pre-warning there that it will be a little bit wet tomorrow. Now, some areas, if you are across the north, yeah, it could be drier. This is 3 a.m. A lot of cloud cover left over. Some of you may even see some fog because, again, we're waiting for that cooler air to settle in behind that front. Here we are, 7:30. This model is looking pretty dry at this time earlier today. And I'll admit, these models are like, what do we do with this? Because this is not the time of year when we see this type of weather. So the model timing has really been all over the place. Here's our in-house model moving slower, but there's all that rain that we're looking at now pushing off to the east, starting to settle down, moving over into the overnight hours towards tomorrow, just ahead of sunrise. Again, some of you may see a leftover downpour, bringing about a ½ inch of rain to some locations. Now, granted, most of that will be for the areas that's continuing to see the rain tonight into the overnight. But yes, we could pick up some traceable amounts for tomorrow morning during that commute. All right, so temperatures on the map here, you can see that nice temperature gradient, that sharp difference where places like Miami sitting at 76, we're 10 degrees cooler than that. So that cooler air is starting to settle in. On the other side of that, plenty of 40s to go. And then, yeah, the more north you head, of course, the more frigid it gets. They have some single-digit temperatures that I am not envious of. All right, 7-day forecast here. Again, we have that weather impact alert, just an extra precaution for your morning drive. This will all shape up and clear out nicely throughout the morning. If you're somebody that wakes up after 9 a.m., you'll be okay. Drier, cooler air settles in behind that front, and we have a pretty pleasant week ahead. That includes the Bucks game on Thursday. Hopefully they get a win this time. It was a little wet out there today.